Questions on? All right, on the bills. Questions on it? Hearing none. All right, the sidewalk replacement change order number 1. Any questions on that? All right, we'll come back. And executive in a minute. All right, I know we wanted to kind of have a discussion about, the email we would received. Regarding the polar pool funds. Mayor, do you kind of want to update us, or do you want?
Yeah, we've, couple of things is we know it's gonna take 4.5 million to, get a new pool. We know they put a Band-Aid on, it's gonna be about 1.5 million. We've met with all the local clubs that finished the Rotary Club while she was gone, Amanda, and also finished the Sunrise while she was gone. And we did the, Kiwanis. So to get letters of support for the community, we've got it. To get the community involvement, the grassroots, we got it. The problem is if we're gonna borrow 4.5 million in a grant for utilizing the grant, you're talking a possibility of a 20% match. And that's where it becomes a concern. See, we can afford a 20% match. Now, that's not anything we can do. We're not pool builders, so it's not something that we can do. So it's a thought that we need to think about. And I talked to her again this morning, and we're gonna need council approval to send in with the application. The swim application just came out. I shipped it to her last week. It just came out. In fact, I got it from Bob LaBarca. I didn't see it until Bob shipped it to me. So the swim program for this round is finally out. So we have it, New York Swims. And also Mr. Conrad has been working with us, and also Kennedy's office called me and put us back on the list again. So the money is either in Kennedy's office or at the swim program. We're not gonna get millions anywhere else. We're gonna get 1,000 here, we're gonna get 5,000-10,000 here. It's gonna be a piecemeal. Maybe somebody's gonna sponsor the slide, maybe Jim Kelly's gonna sponsor the lift to bring the kids in the pool who are handicapped. That's all we're getting from those people. So we need millions. And so my thought is, let's run with it and let her submit these applications and see how far we can go with it, and see what happens. Maybe we'll get a better than a 20%, but it looks like right now you pay 4.5 million to make grant would pay you, and you got a 20% match. That's our city's match.
So if we do get the grant money from the state, can that match be made up from other sources? So I mean, I've had conversations since Matt
Yes.
sent that out.
It can be.
Yeah, I've had conversations
It
with
can.
Gabby at
Yeah.
Sean Ryan's office.
Yep.
I've talked to Bill Conrad. I've actually meeting with a representative from the governor's office this week.
Yep.
With Amanda, she has to join and run that meeting. So I mean, if there's the potential out there that can $4.5 million, 20% of that, call it $5 million, is $1 million. And then we spent
It's a
$5
million. Yeah.
Yeah, we pulled $5 million to offset the taxes of the past 4 years. $1 million coming in. We have it in the general fund, if that's something we want to invest into our community on.
It's something as a carryover. Every year we put back into our general fund. Every year.
Right, but I mean, it's money that you spent on fire truck.
$1.1
Not
million,
have to pay, not have to bond bill. Again, I just want to reiterate, it's an investment into our community, it's an investment into our kids.
Yep.
It seems like something that it's gonna cost the city money, but it costs money on a lot of other programs that we run for the city. Something like this for our youth, for a waterfront community. There's something to be said about having kids being comfortable with the water, having swimming lessons and having these options. Additionally, I think there's a lot of opportunities, like you said, there's some other.
There is.
If you're talking about coming up with that $1 million that we're on the hook for, again, on top of the state money, if we get that, I mean, I think there's some potential for some other opportunities as well.
Right.
Other elected officials.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
like to
worth
see
pursuing.
where
It's worth
something
pursuing.
that goes, yeah.
I agree. And I think that's what we gotta get from around the room is it worth pursuing? I think it's.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other part of that too is I understand that it operates at a loss, over the summer.
The only reason because we're losing water and income.
Right. I mean, you're losing the water, you're losing the chemicals, but I think there's ways to think outside of the box on how to better run programs. increasing the cost, so having other events that can bring more people in and fundraisers. I've said it for the past 10 years, and there's always been resistance about it, but joint services with other local. So you've got somebody like Boys and Girls Club that would like to partner with us on different things. They get a lot of grant money to staff their people. If we could work something with them to help staff the pool and help share the costs and help them provide that as a resource for some of their programs as well. I just think there's a lot of things out there if we're willing to think
Yeah,
outside of
he
the box.
uses that pool twice a week, and he uses a splash pad, and our recommendation for work with him, because he's got that beautiful facility out there, the outdoor one that we can utilize, so we're trying to work together, and it's working a lot better, there was a lot of resistance in the past,
Yeah.
working with him, now there's not, so now we're trying to create a better working relationship that will be beneficial to both.
Do you need a letter of support from the council?
Yeah, what I'll do is I have a letter that we put together and Amanda's got, and she just shipped it over to me. Now I'm gonna tweak it, put it on letterhead, you just give it to the council and each of us can sign it that what our recommendation is in support of the pool. And then that's the same one I'm gonna send to Conrad, same one I'm gonna send to Bargese and all our local organizations. We are behind the idea of this pool for our community. We don't want it to hurt our public, we don't, we can't afford it. But if we can do it the way we think we can do it, the way Amanda thinks it can be done, let's do it. Yeah.
All right, any other discussion on this?
We'll ship it out there.
All right, just go around the room.
Better, the stuff in the traffic safety, right?
Yes,
Sure, this is the one. The one at Delaware Young and Broad. I think it's very good. Officer Worthling, did this.
yeah, this is what I was gonna cover too, because all we're gonna do is put the signage up and take it
Right,
out.
exactly.
We're gonna do both of them.
Okay, and Maine and Niagara.
I mean, and I, yep,
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a recommendation for them, go ahead. You can-
yeah, no, I didn't say it's a recommendation from traffic safety, they've done it months ago.
Right,
And, and I just wanted to see it, you know, with e-bikes, you got signage going up to.
yes, I'll get more on that.
Okay,
But he's right, when you're coming south from that bridge, your left lane should be a turn lane, and your right lane should be a turn lane. And then people wanna go straight, stay in your right lane, then coming in south, or up north, the same way. Right lane turns right, but we need to put signage on the ground.
Right.
And on
Right.
the, up here, so I agree.
right, need signage, yeah.
This was perfect, this was what I saw, was that that's exactly what we do.
Right, exactly.
If the council agrees on it, what I'll do is, I'm just gonna have the signage department make these up, let's get it done. Because it's terrible, it's a mess over there. Some people don't know whether to go straight, some people don't know whether to go right. And I'll tell you what, when it's a cluster like that, you're looking for accidents. We can prevent it, we do that.
And then Maine and Niagara, that thing where they belly out, you gotta go belly left, then you go belly right.
But this signage, it's,
That line there's
Yeah.
just, that guy, whoever designed that should be shot. Cause that's terrible. It's the same thing as Seymour Street Bridge. You go over for 50 feet and you gotta go back over the other way. That guy should be fired.
well, they did a nice job for traffic and safety, very nice.
Okay, and then how about the no turn on Delaware Canton? We talked about.
Yeah, right, yeah, that sign, they told me the sign went up, I don't find it, I don't see it.
I didn't, it's gonna go
I don't
back.
think it's there, I did not see it.
And Ballard, then he talked about Delaware, Ballard's in front of the place.
Right, I got the prices for the little bumpers, we didn't do any little bumpers at the bridge, now he gave me. And writing the signs for the sticks that get up there, 3 of them, right in front of the old camp.
Yeah,
Road.
yeah, he doesn't want that, but
A car went right into his building once, so it's gonna give him peace
well,
of mind.
there's the hell, because his office is right
I
there.
know,
As soon as he walks in the
We're
door.
gonna be a good neighbor and with that.
The only other thing, the listing of delinquent tax, is that coming out soon? Addresses? Yes.
The final one, end of August.
Oh, and the bonds are due.
I told me we're gonna go for, yeah, and then we're gonna start another one right away.
Thank you.
But yes, we'll get that to you. We just, we can pay and see who paid who did.
All right, something off.
Good question.
Mr. Armstrong?
Follow-up questions on things that have been asked and more directly with the mayor on the day-to-day stuff. Updates on the approval project. Thing with McDonald's and New Day. Any interest in any of those properties?
Nothing with McDonald's as of yet, now that, David Sutton is buying and putting those 2 apartments, and it increased 40 more apartments, 40 more families living in our downtown footprint. It's starting to, according to, Benderson, pique people's interest, because you're building Krubas 124, which the building is coming down. We threatened him, and I said, the state is giving him the largest DRI ever given to any individual in the state of New York, 3.2 million. He still has the damn building. I apologize, but I'm a little upset. He knows I'm upset, so he's coming in Thursday of next week. And I'll be the time for him, if I'd like to be there, because I want to put him on notice that this has got to come down. If it was a resident and it was a garage that was falling down, it's called an attractive nuisance. And a kid walks in there and it falls on him and he is killed. It's not on us, it's on him. But we have to do our due diligence. So we took that building, we said it's not for use no more. Put big orange signs in there, we've done our job, so now they can't connect to us. Because we did our job, but now he's gotta do this. I said, the state's gotta be looking, has to be looking and saying, why aren't you taking this building? So I tried to throw that at him, so Mike's sitting in next week, we'll address that with me coming in with his people, so. And Eric saw something on, a Erie County site that somebody's after him for a certain amount of money, and I was concerned about that, and he's addressing it with us. I just don't want nothing to stop this project. It's like 124 apartments. That's gonna boost our downtown. It's all walkable down there. Same with the girl at the old 60 Main Street. We're putting that apartment thing on there with 7, 8 luxury apartments upstairs. Somebody can actually rent something down where they can stay. They come in on a boat. They can't do that in North Carolina. They visit the Riviera Theater and 4 people stay, different families on our Main Street and walk over to the Riviera the next night. So it's something that's new for us. I'm looking forward to it. It's all new, but I think it's exciting.
And Sharon's not here, but any updates on the lights and parks for?
They did, they sent a note, I shipped it over to Sharon in regards to, she's got all the paper, so the product is in. So that end also now it's just living up to the dust.
Awesome.
This is good, and I apologize, what we can do. Sure. Whether it's your backyard or my big country is in your hands. Is that for me?
No.
Mayor,
I do have a couple of things before, one is so everybody understands TFC signed a event application, and everybody, the department has looked at those. We try to feel it. Are you happy with this? Is this good? When you sign off on it, that means you're okay with it. And it was for a bonfire in their parking lot, was the terminology, in their parking lot. And all of a sudden, a flatbed of pallets came, a pallets, and dumped it. And one of the police chiefs, called, or fireman called, and said, Mayor, I got freeze. I got a whole tractor trailer load of them. They like dumped it. I said, what are you talking about? For the TFC, I said, no, you're misunderstood. It's in a parking lot. No, it's not. So he put it out in the outfield. I said, you need to make sure, if it was dry, to be honest with you, I would have canceled it. It was too dry, a little spark would spark the fire anywhere. But now with this rain we got, I'm gonna allow it, and I'm gonna ask you to allow it, because but I want, it's too big. I cut it in half. You take the widow, if they don't, they front it by tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, their bonfire is Thursday, we're gonna take half of it away. It's just too big. It's 20 feet by 12 feet high. It's huge. It's one of the biggest bonfires for a bird in a dummy I've ever seen. And I'm not gonna have that. And so I said, as long as you can reach with a hose, because I can't, there's no hydrant. So we moved it so he can go through somebody's backyard. He got it right away from somebody on the side street, so he can bring it there just in case. So to protect the city, protect us from the liability standpoint of view, my suggestion was to cut it in half. It's not what they signed up for. So if you get grief that, oh, the mayor didn't do it, you did it for yourself. You submitted an application that said in the parking lot. This is not in the parking lot. That's why we do these. So we can get, our department has to throw in there saying yes, no, yes, no. And so that's what happened with that. So you're gonna get some backlash from that. The boat parade over the weekend was really great. It was nice seeing about 20 boats come down for the 200th year anniversary. I got something that was interesting. I was working with Conrad's office, and she sent me, Mayor, take a look at your contract. So I checked your contract for Rails to Trails. And that's what I found in the contract. We are responsible for maintenance. We're responsible for branches that fall on there. We also are responsible for plowing it in the wintertime. Maintenance, and all of a sudden, in the second page, I saw this. This is about the Canalway Trail. And there it is right there. 15 miles an hour. On their own paperwork. Right here, 15 miles an hour. So my question was, I called Bart Beasy because he's Erie County. I said, he goes, Mary, you can put whatever you want in there. I said, but Michael, you asked me to get the permission. This is what they recommend. It's already on there. This is the paper from them, Rails to Trails, that it's 15 miles an hour. So can we put signs up saying 15 miles an hour? If it stops 2 kids from going 30, yes, we put it up. So that's something that we're gonna entertain doing ASAP. I talked to Barbies or to Joe Eminger. He said, I'm doing the same thing because it says it right on the contract. So that's what you were looking for, Mike.
Right.
That's what we got. So we have permission to do it.
Okay.
The concern was if we put 15 miles an hour and somebody falls and runs into a little kid and it breaks his arm or leg, they're gonna sue us. But and I asked Chief, can you actually put somebody on that path? No, he can't. We don't have the manpower to sit with a gun, not gonna break the drives by. But he can pop in there and get a kid every once in a while that's speeding and write him up. Or send them to court, or send them a notice to, hey, look at, go see the judge, because you are over the speed limit that's recommended. Where, there's the sign. And if he does, he said, I can do that, Mayor. I can keep a guy down there, every once in a blue moon pop down there, just to show that we're doing our due diligence. If we don't, then we aren't enforcing. So he said, I can make an effort, and I will make an effort. So these signs are gonna go up on that path. I thought that was important, because that's something that we brought up, the bike safety, we brought up with Conrad's office, we brought up with Pardisi's office, everybody is in limbo, so that's what we're gonna do. If it deters 1 or 2 kids, it makes them at least slow down, then we've done our job. I think that's the best thing. Now, the e-bikes, Conrad's going, and he's handling it from a state standpoint. He said, let me handle this, I'll need yourself, I'll need Eminger, all you guys get involved when I do it, but they're putting something together statewide, that we all will follow together in regards to e-bikes, so. When I talked to you, Chief, about putting no e-bikes, yada, yada, that's what they're working on, so just to let the people know, I get emails all the time, Mayor, what are you ignoring us? No, I'm not ignoring anything, and neither are you, Chief, neither are any of the council people. We heard your pleas, we're working on it, it's a process, and Mike, it's a legal process, so to protect us from the city standpoint of view, it is a process, so. And David Sutton's doing great with the review. I just got a letter from St. Francis from Father Michael that he signed for the 2 buildings. So the 2 buildings will be his. We're looking forward to it. And that's all I have.
Do we have the dates of the direct sale that it was published?
Mike?
I don't have the date from Mario, but it's gonna be acted on the September 2nd.
I think I emailed it to everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, 3 consecutive days.
You guys
I
signed up for
have
3
one
days.
It was. I
Can
think
you
it,
confirm that it was 3 consecutive days?
He did
Yes.
send out 3 days.
Yep. it was the 11th, 19th and 26th. I think.
Perfect.
We can't address
Give or
it
take
to
a-
the 3 weeks
Maybe
ago.
the,
The only last thing I had was, Mike, is there anything that's following? Or we in Simmers, Crane, anything?
Simmers Crane, we signed the contract,
This is important, so we know.
so but it's custom millwork, it's not Simmers Crane anymore. Simmers Crane didn't buy it, but the parcel right next to Simmers Crane, contract's been signed. So that's good. We're meeting with Mang tomorrow. Go over their contract and hopefully they'll say whatever their concerns are, and we'll get that one done. So, one out of the 2 is completed.
Yeah, how about any response to that?
You know what's funny is,
I just wondered.
Mario can probably answer better, but we had crickets. I think they're all waiting to see who's gonna start, the words out there.
Just sort of something. Yeah, you never know.
It's coming. They're all gonna wait. They have time.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, anybody have anything else? All right, I'm gonna make a motion to go on executive session for contract negotiations in personnel of a particular person. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Although.
who has resolution number
It's the
2?
First time.
I knew you were gonna ask.
You can take resolution 2. Oh, Yeah, so I was,
Please,
I thought,
It's not, they're not allowed to choose the laws.
thank you.
Cook,
Mr. Clerk, did you call my name?
yes, I did. I said
Sorry,
Cook. I
I
was just
didn't.
reading off here.
Here. All right, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. All right, thank you. You may be seated. Communications from the mayor have been ordered and filed. Communications from city officials and correspondents have also been ordered and filed. At this time, we'll now take comments by the public following the resolutions. Mr. Clerk, any resident wishing to address the council?
No, ma'am.
All right, hearing none, let's proceed.
Resolution number 1 by Councilmember Mylum.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Sheasley.
Resolved that the common council minutes from August 5th, 2025 be accepted as filed.
Comments or questions? Let's call the roll.
Sheasley,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook,
I declare the resolution adopted.
resolution number 2 by Councilmember Sheasley.
I'll second.
Resolved that the bills be allowed as audited.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Sheasley,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum.
Aye.
Cook,
I declare the resolution adopted.
resolution number 3 by Councilmember Rautenstrau.
Do you have a second? Second by Mr. Mylum.
Resolved at the recommendation of the city engineer Jason J. Lamonaco that award of the 2025 sidewalk replacement change order number 1 be made to Premier Concrete and Landscapes of Western New York at a cost not to exceed $32,300. Funding fiscal impact $24,225 from CDBG funds, $8,075 from the capital budget.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Sheasley,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook,
I declare the resolution adopted. At this time, we'll now take comments by the public following the resolutions. For those that are joining us in person, please approach the microphone. For those that are joining us virtually, there is a spot for you to raise your hand. Please do so, and the clerk will call upon you. Mr. Clerk, any resident wishing to address the council?
no ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Sheasley.
Nothing. Nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Sheasley. Mr. Rautenstrau.
Nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Rautenstrau. Mr. Mylum.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, Mr. Mylum. Mayor.
A couple of quick things. One is Dave Mylum and myself met with Riverview, and he's doing a really good job up there. He's staying according to his plans. It's nice to see a contractor follow his word. And he also did a successful bid on the 2 schools over at St. Francis, Broad Street, and the Adams Street School. So it's good to see that some activities happened, along with Smoke on the Water. And Mike and I, Rua, the attorney, and myself, have a meeting on Thursday with Karuba regarding his 124 units over in Fillmore Avenue. So it's nice to get this stuff moving. We also had conversation, with the state in regard, or the county regarding the, bike path. And, we can, and we are gonna post 15-mile-an-hour signs on the bike path. It's recommended by them, and, we're going to adhere to it and we're gonna follow it. With having some, teeth from our police department to do some spot checking down there and, get some people who are, illegally flying 30 miles an hour down there to try to get them under control. We gotta start somewhere. So we're gonna start by posting the signs. And then also, correct another concern, which is Young Street in, Delaware area. With the coming over the bridge from, the Renaissance Bridge is, we're gonna be making a right-hand lane. It's for right only. There'll be a left-hand arrow for left only and on the street. Also coming from the heading north, at that, McDonald's or Burger King there, same thing, going straight will be the, right-hand lane, left lane is for turn, and we're hoping to reduce some of the traffic over there. It's a cluster sometimes, and also coming down Niagara Street, to Main Street, unfortunately, you don't know that, you can't see that it's only one lane. It looks like 2 lanes. So we're gonna put identification markers on the ground and also with signage to, express the fact that, right hand only turn to the right and left, can't go straight. So those type of markers I think are important. So, they're addressed by our bike committee, they're addressed by, police department, by the public. So just trying to address these things. I wish it would happen overnight, but it doesn't. So we're gonna be addressing that, as the upcoming weeks. So, thank you for your input and anybody who's called my office or, sent notes into traffic and safety. So, and then the last thing is, tomorrow night or Thursday night is the, bonfire over at the, TFC, to kick off our football season. So to support the kids, we'll be over there. And, Chief, we're keeping it under control over there, so we'll be fine. We're looking forward to having it and we'll have everything safely done over there. Be honest with you, if it would have stayed hot and dry, we might have canceled it because of the amount of potential brush fires that could have happened. Now we got the moisture and cooler temperatures, it's gonna help quite a bit. So, thank you, Madam President, that's all I got.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I give my closing remarks, I want to turn it back over to the mayor for his Veteran of the Month presentation. Mayor?
Matthew Work is here with his family, so Matthew, thank you for coming in. What I want to do is make a couple announcemements. You can say stand if you like. Matthew worked honorably and served our country with the U.S. Navy from 97 until 2001. He was assigned to the USS Enterprise, which was the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier in the United States. While in the U.S. Navy, Matt served 2 6-month tours of duty in the Mediterranean and 1 in Operation Desert Fox. During his service, Matt work received the following commendations: 1, Sea Service Ribbon, 2 Navy Unit Commendations, NATO Medal, First Good Conduct Medal, and also the Navy Achievement Medal. August of 2007, Matt began his career in the City of Tonawanda Police Department as a police officer. 2019, he was promoted to detective and then promoted to lieutenant in 2021. Matt was also a member of the City of Tonawanda Police Department SWAT team from 2010 until 2019. Lieutenant Matt Work continued to serve his Tonawanda community with the City of Tonawanda Police Department. We want to say thank you to Matt Work for your honorable service to your country and also to your community. Matt, come on up. Thank you, Matt. A couple things is, the one here we're gonna take, which is already signed by John and myself, gonna go in the front corridor. Okay. It'll be seen by everybody who comes in until the next one. So keep that one and put that up. This one's yours. So we want to say thank you for your service. And continue service. Take a picture. Again, thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
That's okay. Yeah.
Want me to take the- I'll be there in a second.
It said she's the
Oh, geez.
You had to work on it.
Good time, Bill.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.
You can Madam President.
Warriors Walk Wednesday returns for our final walk of the season tomorrow at 6:30. Please join us at the Delaware Street Armory for our history walk. And I want to give a special thank you to Skip Johnson. He's here this evening. He's put up with the Warriors Walk Committee for the last 10 years, and I just want to thank him for all that he does. The history walks are extremely informative. We always have a great turnout. He does a great job with it. So thank you, Skip. And we look forward to season 11 coming soon.
Jobs, yep.
Our 11th annual Back to School Supplies Drive is happening this Saturday. I want to thank the TEA for all their support. I also want to thank the sponsors who contributed school supplies for our students. The School Supplies Drive provides school supplies for over 100 students in our community. So thank you to all of our donors and sponsors. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to congratulate Matt Warwick for the Veteran of the Month recognition, and thank him for his years of service to our city and our country. I'd like to thank all of you for coming this evening. With that, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Sheasley. All those in favor? Have a good night.
I love it. My lord. Yeah, she'll come back.